Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm tryna get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business. No time for stress over bullshit. You think success is an option? I'm tryna get this shit poppin' like woo. Big moves, my rules. Y'all heavy on the tweeting. I'll disappear a whole season like woo. Who said they looking for me? I'ma make you.
Hey, DMarie TV family. So everything I say in this video is alleged. It's in my opinion, and it is for entertainment purposes only. As you can hear, I have been under the weather. I do not feel very well. But with all the things happening in Love Marriage Huntsville this week, I had to get on and just say a little something about it. So I want to touch on Kiki and what's going on with her. And I definitely have to talk about the congratulations that are in order. So let's go. Keke Jabbar. This is disappointing by all means, but I'm not shocked. And I don't think any other millimeters are shocked by this. This is not something that we have not seen time and time and time again. And what I want to say is that when Kiki got on the Messy Meetup, shout out to Drop the Mic, Tay and Brown Skin Girls. You guys continuously do an amazing job. I love watching you. But when she got up there and she was talking and she was giving her response, it's just, I could tell that she was not being truthful. Now, I don't know if anybody else got that feel, but you could just literally tell she was being untruthful. I saw the interview that she did with Anthony and that she and Stormy did with Anthony, and it looked like a mess to me. It looked like it was some shady stuff. It looked like she was teaming up with Stormy, and if you're teaming up with Stormy, then how are you for male if Stormy's against male? It just, to me, I just have to look at everything. And that's why I've always said, you got to kind of keep your eye on, even the folks you don't fool with a lot, when they go on different panels, you got to keep your eye on everything. But it has come out. I woke up, I watched Who Knew, and Who Knew said that Anthony Lofty's had released a recording of Kiki. The fact that this man records everybody is crazy to me. Like, if you were still going over talking to Anthony Lofty's thinking you are not being recorded, that's crazy. You should assume any conversation you have with this man is going to come back and play out on the internet. I find that to be highly disrespectful and disingenuous to record everybody's call. But he did, and he released it. And according to what Who Knew says, because I have not looked at it, Keke Jabbar lied, and she's been accepting money from Anthony Lofty's. Now, I will say this. I am not trying to be classist in any way, shape, or form. I'm just not trying to discriminate against people based upon anything. But what I will say is this. If you are someone in position to become a millionaire, and I'm not, so I'm not talking from a position of being a person who's a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, y'all. But what I do know is Melody is in position, or either already is functioning. She's been a millionaire before. She's likely hit that level again with all that she's doing. I don't think that it is wise to surround yourself around people who need to borrow $100 with content creators. So although these things are happening to Mel, I am not upset about that. I need everyone who needs to be stripped from her life to be stripped from her life. I need everyone who needs to be, shown to be a footstool to go ahead and be that. When you are elevated and God is trying to move you in the direction he needs you to go, you can't always take other people with you. And you do outgrow circles. You outgrow people. You do. And it can be very difficult. It can be very lonely. It could feel isolating. I get all that, but this is a good thing. These are things she needed to know. She needs to know these things. Melody needs to know that these people are not genuinely about her. And so that she can move herself completely away from that and go into what she needs to be. I saw when Jay was filming in the high-rise apartment and Melody was on the Peloton, and I thought, wow, what an amazing view for her. Right now from her home, she can oversee Huntsville from her home. When she looks out and she's sitting on her step, she always gives us views of the city. And if in fact, and I believe it is, if in fact that is her high-rise apartment, she now has the beautiful view that we know feeds her spirit. And I think this is what this is. It's just time to move away from these people. You outgrow people and things and spaces. And this is a good thing for her to realize that Kiki is not the friend. I like the Fletchers, but there has been questions as to why Martell was allowed to come to the house. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that, oh, the Fletchers should not have invited him. That's not up to the Fletchers. That is a Carlos King and production thing, just like Melody could not uninvite or allow Kiki to stay in the house if they set up a dynamic where the cast voted whether or not she could stay. The cast should have been voting on whether or not Martell should have been there, but I'm not sure if that was presented to them. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it got to the point where they voted to where Kiki could stay in the house, but they totally missed Martell, who has threatened to harm her physically in Vegas. She has to have security with her when she films, and he admittedly did revenge pee on her. So I'm not sure how he's in the house, and there's no vote for Martell to stay or go, but it's a vote for Kiki because she threw some water on Tisha. And I hear people saying all the time, she shouldn't have threw the water on Tisha. That was wrong. Girl, whatever. I don't care that she threw the water on Tisha. I don't care. It's water. That's her cousin. And family members fight all the time and they get over it. And I don't necessarily believe, seeing how she's moving now, I don't necessarily believe that they ain't gonna be cool real quick. You know, I don't know. You can't trust these people, but I wouldn't be fighting to try to trust them. I wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't be fighting to try to trust them. I would just let them go. You know, just let them go. You don't have to be messy about it or mean about it any way, shape, or form. It's just you put them in their position and you move accordingly. And it's nothing wrong about doing that. We always say that she has to protect herself from Martell and she has to set boundaries. She has to do that with everybody. And she alone has to do it with everybody. And that, folks, it is what was devastating when Martell did what he did, because it was his job to be her protector. And now, not that she can't do it herself, but that's the benefit of being married and in a union. You protect each other. And when he failed to do that, now she has to do all of that on her own. And that's the disgusting and sad and disappointing thing about him. He did not protect his family. He did not. And that's why when I look at him, I don't see anything of value. And I don't understand how anybody sees anything of value when they look at Martell as a man, because he failed at his number one job. And this is why. She was always going to be what she was intended to be. God just blessed him to be there because he was supposed to shield. And when he messed that up, she still gets her shield. She's getting more than enough shield trust. Because somebody come for her, we coming for them. But we look different than what she expected her protector would look like. Her friend group is going to look different than what she expected a few years that it would look like. And it's going to change. And in life, this may happen several times over. And sometimes you just need to back up from folks and give them space so they can disconnect from you, get out there, do what they need to do to get themselves together. And then when you reconnect, it's different. It's fine, but it's not the same. It's just different. So I wouldn't put too much into what what Kiki's done is shady. But I'm not going to give it a lot of energy because we've seen it time and time and time again. Look at Destiny, whose ex just married production. Shout out to Queen Sheba. That shit's messy as hell. How the hell does a producer marry a castmate's man? This is just messy. She was posted up with Moses all last Christmas. She just did an interview with Carlos King.
You got somebody mad at you, by the way.
Oh,
Moses.
Is that your man?
He's mad at you from the reunion because he feel like you came hard at me. Yes and yes.
First of all, I go hard on everybody. So earlier you brought up Moses. Moses is your new, well, not new, but Moses is your boyfriend.
Baby got this situation.
Oh, come on, boys. So are you and Moses still together?
Me and Moses are in a space where that's one of my best friends. He's always there. We're in a space where, for me, it's like transitioning out of a divorce and custody battle. It's like we're trying to figure out the full-time commitment because we're in different places. And, I don't know why I keep on choosing long distance situations, but I never did. Let me not say never. Let me be quiet. I'm about to put myself in a box. Stay away from Huntsville men. So what had happened was we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out.
Are you in love with him? That's a yes. You already answered it, girl. Would you like to have another child?
Before him, it was a strong hell to the no. But he doesn't have children, and if we are going to commit 100%, that is absolutely on his list. He told me that.
And how did the producer fit in? Did y'all have a thing and they just dropped you, or what was it? What was it? Or is he marrying the producer because you got kicked off the show? If he marries the producer, he know he got to end. She's a producer. It's a lot of people surrounding this show who has some moral issues, y'all. It's just some moral issues. It's dilemmas with their morality. It needs a revamp. This is crazy. The makeup artist who's supposed to be sleeping with Marceau. This is a lot of mess. And I don't see how Melody fits into that. How does Melody fit into the Huntsville Swallow? Martell and Ariane fit with Letitia and Marceau and all the makeup artists and Bugs. They fit. Moses and the producer. They all fit. I get how Kimmy and Maurice and the blue light special at the office. That all fits. Listen, y'all can't see this show developing in y'all mind. Just like as I'm speaking, y'all see what I'm talking about. It's a lot of sex, lies, manipulation, gaslighting, fighting, chaos. Y'all get it. Throw in, a couple of other, Keke and her situation with the drugs and borrowing money from the content creators. When Tisha finally told the truth, it was about her cousin when she said she be borrowing money from everybody. Okay. This is just tacky. Stormy and Courtney can go on over there. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? That is a great fit. That works. What doesn't work is when you take Melody and her classy self and try to put her with that. That does not fit. That does not work. I can see Melody and the Fletchers on the show. I do not see Melody continuously being involved with these people. She's outgrown these people. She has 100% outgrown this whole scene. Carlos needs to separate this and make 2 shows. One with Mel and whoever she chooses to be on her show, and one with the rest of them. And there are people who will watch that. There are people who will watch it. And I don't have no problem with that. What I have a problem with is Melody moving in a sea of vultures. It's just I understand not running from no devils. I don't run from none either. I don't keep walking in the middle of a room full of them and sitting down and eating. I can't do that. It is very clear. It is very clear that there is a separation happening. There was a purpose for Keke. It's done. Move on. Move on. Bigger and better things. But in my opinion, all this is happening and all this is showing us that Mel has outgrown this set of people. They are not for her. They will never be for her. They are for self. All of their mothers are involved in the mess. So if they come from mess, you can't expect anything better out of them. All of their mothers, Stormy's mother, Miss Wanda, and now Kiki's mom. All of them messy as hell. That's crazy. My mother would never put herself in a situation where she's involved in no mess for anybody. It is time. It is time. I want to see Melody Shari on TV for as long as I possibly can. I don't need to see the rest of them. And if the rest of them want to be on TV, there is clearly a place for the type of craziness that they doing. Backstabbing, sleeping with each other's man, threesomes, drugs. It's a place for that. Sex parties, private rooms. It's a place for that kind of stuff on television. It is. Hell, Mel, you need to give them their own show. Oh my goodness. Pitch their ass to Zeus or something. I don't know. They need to take this sex, drugs, and videotape and audio tape and stalker content creator show on the road. This could be a show on its own. But it's time. I feel, in my opinion, Mel has outgrown this group of people. She has a long time ago, but I feel like it's just constantly becoming apparent. What do you all feel? Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know. Drop me some comments. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. I apologize for my voice. I know it's probably awful to listen to, but I will get back to this as soon as I'm all better. But this is what birthday parties will do to you in today's world. Okay, so I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say about this and looking at the commentary on all this mess today. But you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm racing the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams.